Now, back to WFO Radio, NHRA Nitro.
Welcome back to the WFO Radio Countdown Preview, NHRA Playoffs. This is it. This is huge. Everybody, here's what to do, okay? We have got the Pro Stock Motorcycle World Champion from 2018, Matt Smith, just about ready to go. We're going to place a call. It's going to be great. We're going to get him on the line. It's going to be great. You're going to love it. But what I want everybody to do, and really all you diehard NHRA fans, should be tweeting and posting and telling all your friends. You can enjoy it by yourself alone in your darkened room in your PJs. That is fine. But it would be so much better if you told your coworkers to pick a favorite driver and everybody got involved on this one. Because that's how the sport is going to grow, because this is going to be fun. 6 races to glory and the championship. And Matt Smith will be next. But right now, I got to tell you and thank our great sponsors, as we do at the very beginning of each of these shows. And thank you for allowing me to present to you Frank Hawley's Drag Racing School and the Dragster Adventure, where you can drive a dragster, and this is the best gift you'll get anybody for Christmas. Simple as that. FrankHawley.com. Rodax, coffeeandgrills.com, hot sauces and spice rubs. I've got a internal thermometer, right, for the meat that you take the temperature of the meat while you're cooking it. I am probably totally butchering what it is, but I got it at Rodax, and it is great. And the coffee and the hot sauces and the spice rubs, fantastic. Marvin Rodak, RodaxCoffeeandGrills.com. Magic Dry, US.com, the official organic absorbent of the NHRA. It's lighter, it's better, it's natural, it's organic. What more do you want? Made out of coconut. MagicDryUS.com. Total Seal, piston rings. If you have a shop and you don't have a Total Seal ring grinder, they make the best in the business, and they have all the parts in stock for it, number one. Number two, whatever your combination, whatever you're making, whatever you're building, they can make the piston rings for it. Go to TotalSeal.com, the leader in ring seal technology. Samtech.edu. Become a machinist, you young people. Even if you don't even have to be that young. You can be in your 30s and change careers, by the way. You can become a machinist. It's a great job. We need them. Our country needs them. Block, head, CNC programs. But this is not the kind of thing you learn under the shade tree, guys. Samtech can help you out. Go to samtech.edu. They've even got motorsport EFI tuning. Hangstafers, metalworking, lubricants, and HusseyPerformance.net stepping up to support WFO Radio. All right, let's give Matt Smith a call. Let's try to get him on the line. Matt Smith, please.
Good morning.
Yes. You sleeping? You napping?
No. Actually torquing rods on right now.
You're napping. No. All right, you got a couple minutes?
Hold on for like 5 seconds. Let me finish these rod bolts.
Yes, finish the rod bolts. I'll just be quiet. Go ahead.
I ain't got but 2 rods, but I got 4 bolts.
No, that's fine. This is what happens when you call a Pro Stock Motorcycle World Champion, everybody. They're working on their own engines. This guy's torquing his own rod bolts right now.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay, you're good. I think I'm going to just play that in the interview, Matt. Like that, you working on stuff. What are you working on? What are you doing?
We're putting our last motor together to get ready for rating.
All right. There it is. So you're doing the full-time thing. Okay, so the reason I wanted to have you on is you are the reigning Mello Yello Pro Stock Motorcycle World Champion. And as of now, you got to fight to keep that. And I want to hear where your head's at and what do you think about the whole countdown and the way it went down last year versus the way it's going to go down this year.
I think we're in a good spot. Last year we started the playoffs in 6th, and we had a great bike, last year, and I think we have just as good a bike this year. I know the 2 factory Harley team, they've stepped it up a little bit, but I still think we have what it takes to win this championship. We've struggled with the 60 foots since they added the 15 pounds to us, and we're getting better and better and better every race with it. And I saw a stat in the National Dragster that I've been the number 1 qualifier. I think the last number 1 or 2 qualifier the last 5 or 6 races, and been to semifinals the last 5 to 6 races. So we have a bike that can win this championship again. I just got to get that 60 back, and I think if I get that 60 back, I think we'll be, we'll be back in stride.
Wow, very cool. Now, what went down last year? I felt like you, I don't know if you snookered them, or I don't know if that's accurate, but you definitely even alluded to the fact that you had an engine that was the engine that when you needed it, you could go to it. And I would imagine you tried to duplicate that engine as best as you could this year. Do you have something do you feel like you're going to be able to surprise the field once again with something?
Well, we have that engine still sitting under the shelf. It's ready to go. I've ran it like 3 races this year, and every time we run it, we're hateful with it. And but we've got 2 or 3 other engines that I think that are really close to it. On the dyno, they're just as good, but it just seems like that one motor wants to accelerate a little bit faster down the quarter mile. And we're just kind of holding that back. We're not showing all our cards yet, and I don't know when I'm going to debut that motor, but we're not going to start with it at Reading. We're still going with our plan that we had at Indy. Running this other motor, and I'm just getting the tune-up better, and it's coming around. It's just getting better and better with the tune-up.
Very, very cool. Gamesmanship and the racing, like this is racing now, and you just gained a bunch of points. Andrew Hines has been having this incredible season. Eddie is Eddie; he's always steady. And then there's you, third in the points. You're only 30 points back, and you gained a lot of ground. So you I don't want to say you've got nothing to lose, but you've been presented with an opportunity by the system.
Yes, I've been in that situation with Andrew, where I was a points leader coming in and lost all the points. And, I think it was 07 that I was like in his position. But, I look at it like this. I don't care how many races you win the first 10 races. You can win all of them. It only matters the last 6. And that's what we're looking at. We've won a race this year. We've got number 1 qualifiers. Now it's time to dig in. And, I'm bringing three strong bikes there to, Angie's bike's been good. We found a problem with Scotty's bike after Indy on the dyno. And I think you're going to see our 3 bikes in the top 8 after qualifying. It's all said and done up here. And we're going to run for this championship. Like I've told somebody, the champ is here and the champ's coming back. We're going to give them a fight.
Wow, that's exciting to hear, and that's the whole point of this time of the season. Some people are not on board with it, but we got to hype this, right? This is a fight because Eddie and Andrew, they're coming. Andrew is on a mission all year long. I don't want to say that if he doesn't win the championship this season is a failure, but I'm sure he would not be happy about it. And Jerry Savoy, wow, where did he come from with that performance out there at the U.S. Nationals?
Well, I've told NHRA all year long that the Suzuki, we didn't need the 15 pounds added to us. I've told them they just wasn't doing their job, as far as tuning, and that Vance and Hines has been having problems with their crankshafts, with the Suzuki program. And plain and simple, Jerry told me before he went to Denver that he made Tim go up in the attic of the shop and pull out some old cranks from 3 and 4 years ago that had 80 runs on them or 70 runs on them and put them in the motors. And that's what he wanted to go with until they blew up. And it showed his performance at Denver, Sonoma, and Indy by the old crankshafts. And, so I've told NHRA that the Suzuki can run with us, and it's showing, we don't need the 15 pounds on us. Look at Monday. Jerry outran us 300 to 400 about every run, all the V-twins. So I don't know. They're in a good spot to do good, but according to how long those crankshafts last and that motor, it's his performance. But I still think I can run, within 100 to 2 of them, and I think we can beat everybody this year. I'm really excited and really ready to go.
That is great. See, that is great. I love to hear you confident. You're going into this, and everybody is on equal footing. And I would imagine if I talk to everybody. Now, what about Angie? She she wants to go out there and get a win and compete, and her bike has been getting better and better. And, it's not – she's only 70 points out of the lead, Matt. So you never know. She goes out there and has a good showing in Reading. All of a sudden, Angie could be in the conversation.
Yeah, she's going to be in the conversation. She had a good bike at Indy, qualified good, and, first round, it's just a freak accident. We have, she's got so much weight on her bike that the little weight puck broke, the bolt in it broke and dropped down on the oil pump belt out there in fifth gear right before the 8th mile, and her oil pressure light come on, and she shut it off. She did the correct thing. We're not a big enough team to blow up motors because of something stupid, and that was just a stupid thing that happened, with the bolt breaking, ironic thing, and, she saved the motor, and she's going to live to get to run that good motor again at Reading. So she'll be fine. We just one of them freak deals.
That's got to be a tough split-second decision, right? Like, you want to try to win the race, but you don't want to blow up the good engine that you've got, and so you got to close the throttle and lose the U.S. Nationals.
Yeah, we're not a big budget team. We it's just me and her in the shop, and we know how much work that has to be done, and we know we don't have a lot of spare, of these new crankshafts of the Gen 2 stuff that we're running right now. So it's very important to watch the oil lights on the bike, and if they come on, we got to shut them down, and not hurt our stuff. But luckily everything was fine with it. Just simple $5 belt, put it back on, and a $1 bolt. And we're back in business. Back in business.
Now, you mentioned you found something on Scotty's bike as well. I think Scotty Polachek has got a lot of goodwill out there. A lot of people, rooting for him to break through and win a race. Like the countdown, I don't want to say who cares about the countdown, but when you're Scotty, you just want to win a race, right? And you said you found something. I don't expect you to tell me exactly what it was, but it looks like he's maybe trending in the right direction.
Yeah, we spent 2 solid days on the dyno with his bike, and needless to say, we ran the bike, and it was 50 horsepower off of Angie's bike at 93 to 9600 RPMs, and we couldn't figure out what was going on with it. It was almost dead even at 8,000, but it just lost a bunch of power up top. So, I stripped the bike, I rewired it totally, put a new harness on it, put everything brand new back on the bike. We don't know what fixed it, but we gained the 50 horsepower back at the 93 to 9600 range. So I really expect Scotty to go out and run really, really good at Reading. He's got just as equal bike. It's within 1.5 horsepower of my bike and Andy's bike on our dynos. So I expect him to be very good there.
Yeah, I think that would be great, and that's got to get in your head a little bit, right? You for whatever reason, they're coming around you on the other end, and you don't know why, and it turns out you're down horsepower.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what was going on. I mean, he had a great bike at Norwalk. It turned the corner, him riding, and the bike come together, and they ran good at Norwalk. Denver, he ran good, and all of a sudden, Sonoma just started falling off, and then it didn't run good at Indy. So. We were thinking it was the motor, but it ended up not being the motor because we swapped motors on the dyno, and it still didn't fix it. So I knew it was something in the bike. So just had to take the bike back off and start over. Just strip it and start over. And whatever it was, it's fixed. We threw all the other stuff away.
How funny is that, for the audience out there thinking about just like that, the A-B situation. All right, swap out the motor. Okay, no, it's still happening. All right. Like that's a lot of time and effort right there, Matt.
Yeah, because I don't have an engine dyno, so we have a chassis dyno. So it's basically just like it goes down the racetrack. So, you got to take the bike back off the dyno and, take the motor out, put another motor in it, put it back on the dyno it again, and then it wasn't there. So then we had to take it back off again. And, then I had to strip the bike. So I spent a solid day totally rewiring the thing and putting all new components on it from, fuel injectors, the fuel pump, the ignition box, the fuel injection box, and, everything. And whatever one of those pieces was that I changed, it fixed the bike because we put it back on there and the power was there instantly. So, just glad we found it. And, he wasn't going to run Reading, and now he's going to run Reading, and because of what we found, and plus he's picked up a sponsor, which I'm sure it'll be debuting. It'll be coming out the next day or two on the internet, but I'm not going to say what it is, but he's excited to run the last 6 races.
That's great. Hey, on that chassis dyno, can you launch the bike on a chassis dyno, or do you have to like roll into it easy?
No, what I do is I let the clutch out in first gear, and then you just kind of run through the gears, about 30 to 40% throttle. You just rev it up and go through the gears. And once you get to high gear, then you just floor it. And, we start out about 6,000. Once it's in high gear, it's about 6,000 on the dyno. And I floor it, and it runs up to whatever I want it to go. I mean, we turn them as high as 10.3, 10.4 in the dyno. It's very scary turning them that high, and you're sitting on top of the bike on that dyno. But, 9 times out of 10, I'll run them to 93, 9400, and I know at that point, if they're good, if they're gonna make power or not.
You said it right as I was thinking it. Like, that sounds scary, and here you are, an experienced veteran, and you're like, yeah, it's a little scary.
Yeah, it's you don't think about it going down the racetrack, but sitting on the dyno, the dyno drum is turning on. I mean, if you turn it on wheel speed on the dyno, you're turning 195 to 196 mile an hour on the dyno. So you really don't want nothing to break on that, because everything's gonna come to a stop real quick. So it's kind of scary doing it, but it's in essence, you got to do it to find the power and to do what we're doing. And we're excited about our run at Reading. What's getting ready to happen? Yes.
Well, you are the champ, and you earned it, and you've won this a couple of times. You've been down this road several times in your career, and, winning championships, you always rise to the occasion. This one's going to be very tough, though. Andrew Hines on a mission. Eddie Krawick been kind of laying low. Andrew been kind of, I don't want to say pounding on him, but in the final rounds, that Eddie could wake up. The Aranas, Jerry, it's going to be very entertaining. That is my point, and I wish you good luck, you and Angie, and obviously Scotty as like a blocker, so to speak. Good luck to your team. Thank you for coming on WFO Radio Podcast, making a little time for us, giving us some insight into how you're preparing for the NHRA Countdown. I cannot wait. It's going to be exciting.
Thank you, Joe. Thanks for having me on. It's always a pleasure being on WFO, and, we're looking forward to battling. I think our two toughest competitors are going to be Andrew Hines and Jerry Savoy. That's who we're looking at. And I mean, we're looking at everybody, but I think that's the two we got to focus on.
Yeah, no, I think that is a good bet. It's going to be fun to watch. Matt, thank you so much.
Thank you.
There he goes, Matt Smith, with us here on WFO Radio. Pro Stock Motorcycle Champ 2018, and has been very strong. But will he have enough? And I love to hear how confident he is. He's more confident winning the championship than he sounds on that chassis dyno. It's a little scary. It sounds a little scary. I want to see that. I definitely want to see that. Now, after we spoke with Matt, as is the case, the breaking news, the new 2020 schedule for Pro Stock Motorcycle came out. And we talked a little bit about the Pro Stock schedule. I might as well talk about the Pro Stock Motorcycle schedule. Also switching to a 5-race countdown. I'm against that. But whatever. It is what it is. Like I've said about any change, I'm ready to go with the flow, man. And I have no power to stop it anyway. But Gainesville, Vegas won, so they're going 4 wide. Houston, Atlanta, Richmond, Bristol, Norwalk, Denver, Sonoma, Seattle. So full Western swing for the bikes. Indy, and then the 5-race countdown. Reading, Charlotte 2, St. Louis, Vegas, Pomona. So this is going to skip Dallas. Whereas the cars will be at Dallas, and the bikes will be at St. Louis. And there you go. Okay. Everyone gets all crazy about the schedules, right? I understand. The only thing I would do is just add a race and have a 6-race countdown so that everybody had the same countdown situation. I think 5 races is that a large enough sample size? And then you would come back at me and say, well, 6 races is a large enough sample size, and I will just be quiet. I also want everybody to be at the countdown at the same time. 6 races for the Nitro cars, 5 races for the Pro Stock cars. But then someone will say, yeah, but there's 24 races in the Mello Yello series for the Nitro cars, and there's 6-race countdown, that's 25%. In these series, the countdown comprises a much larger percentage of the schedule. And that's a good point. And then I would say, yes, but that's a good thing. To have a large championship run that really is grueling and makes sure that you get the right champ. These are all debatable points. That's up on our Facebook page. Check it out. And thanks to Matt for coming on the show. And thanks to all you listeners. Remember, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, free mobile app. The great place to start is WFOradio.com. WFOradio.com. Start there and click any one of the files, and you'll see SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, Android. There's all kinds of different ways to choose your mobile app. The best way to listen that is best for you. So start at WFOradio.com, and that is a great way to do it. Big thanks to everybody. Hey, don't forget to get your WFO Radio t-shirt at nitrofishracing.com or the Nitro Fish trailer at the track. The 10th anniversary t-shirts, baby. People love them. They absolutely love them. It's going great. Big thanks to the sponsors, samtech.edu, TotalSeal.com, Total Seal Piston Ring, Magic Dry US, Frank Hawley's Drag Racing School, Rodax Coffee and Grills.com, Hanks Furs and HusseyPerformance.net. Thank you guys. Drag Racing Edge Magazine doing some great stuff for us as well. Thank you very much, Drag Racing Edge. More to come. WFO Archive loaded.
WFO! The views and opinions of the hosts, guests, or callers do not necessarily reflect that of the station ownership, advertisers, or agencies.
I love WFO Radio.
Oh, yeah.
Attention adrenaline junkies, Frank Hawley's Dragster Adventure is calling you. Rides available for the 2020 season. Go to frankhawley.com. They're coming to a track near you. It makes a great gift, and you know the holidays are coming, whether it be licensing for super comp, super gas, all the way up to top alcohol, they can do it. But if you're a drag racing fan and you've always imagined what it might be like to drive a dragster, to accelerate 0 to 60 in 3 seconds and run 10s in the quarter mile, give them a call. 866-480-7223, frankhawley.com, the Dragster Adventure, and tell them you heard it on WFO. You're working in the shop, you've got spills, you've spilled oil, it's everywhere. What are you going to do? I know what you're going to do, but that's not the best way to do it. The best way to do it is to go to magicdryus.com and order the official organic absorbent of the National Hot Rod Association, Magic Dry. It's lighter, it absorbs more, it's better for the environment. It's made out of coconut. It's made in America. magicdryus.com. They've got spill kits that include everything you need for a regular, normal household spill, all the way up to a large industrial spill. We always say, if you've got a cat, get Cat Spot. If you've got a shop, if you've got a factory, if you've got a spill, call Magic Dry. That's magicdryus.com.
This is WFO Radio.